Sì, è stato... Parlerò in italiano.
Sì, per favore.
Grazie. Scusate. No, è
I'll
stata
speak Italian. I apologize.
una situazione per noi negativa, però
It was a very negative situation for us, but we immediately overturned the situation. We took it as a positive shock to the system, because we also had some flashbacks of the final at Euro 2020 when we immediately fell behind. And tonight we produced a great team performance, because as soon as we went 1-0 down together as a team, just as the head coach wanted us to, we got the game back on track and we overturned the deficit. Albania did produce a tough, determined, decisive performance, and they could have even equalized towards the end. A draw really would have been the wrong result, because ultimately we had the opportunities to kill the game off sooner, and that will serve as a lesson for our upcoming matches. Hi, Federico. Congratulations. We're still at the start of Euro 2024, but this win bears out just what a good, united squad you are. Are there any comparisons to be drawn with this squad from 3 years ago? Yes, there are some parallels, because as you said, we are a very united together team. That was our strength 3 years ago, and I think it will certainly be a strength of us for Euro 2024, because today we showed in a very tough situation, conceding inside the first minute in your first game of the Euro is not easy. Things could have panned out differently, but we have some top-class players in this team who have some brilliant ability. I think they're top-class footballers, and I think this evening, with calm and what the head coach asked us to keep the ball and to create opportunities, we're able to overturn the deficit, and we deserve the win.
No question? Yes, please, on second row. Thank you.
Ciao Federico.
Hi, Federico. A short time ago, the head coach, Luciano Spalletti, spoke about you and Scamacca as two players that really sprint forward and you expend a lot of energy, but then you take a few seconds to catch your breath. And in order to stimulate you, he says certain things to you. I'm quite curious, what exactly is it he says to you? No, he's right to say things to us. But from all of the players on the pitch, he wants to see consistency in terms of play, in terms of movement. He wants to dominate proceedings. And that's what he's said to us ever since he came into Coverciano, our training camp last September. And that's what we tried to show on the pitch today. He always gives us advice, but it was quite difficult to actually hear the gaffer on the other side of the pitch, because there was a wonderful atmosphere. It was fabulous to play in front of such a big house, even though the Italians were outnumbered, but it was a magnificent experience.
Thank you. Huzaifa Hamza from Al Duetto. My question will be in English. So we all see what the Albanian fans did, and their presence in the stadium was it something that you were shocked from, and did it play any role in the first goal they scored during the early seconds?
No, I don't think so. As I said earlier on, from my vantage point on the pitch, playing in matches such as these, there were lots of Italians, there were lots of Albanians, there were fewer Italians, but as I said, this is wonderful, because when you play matches such as these in competitions like Euro 2024, it's nice to play away from home, in inverted commas, if you will. But I don't think that necessarily influenced on us conceding the first goal. That came from a mistake, from a throw-in, where we once again immediately showed, as soon as we started the game, we wanted to keep the ball as opposed to launching it long and giving it away. Hi, Federico. Congratulations. You spoke about parallels between this team and the side from 3 years ago. I'd like to ask you how you've changed personally compared with 3 years ago. If you think about the Chiesa from 3 years ago and the current Chiesa, how have you evolved? I think you can see how a player evolves out there on the pitch. I have to demonstrate and prove a great deal. I've got very fond memories of the previous European Championship because ultimately we won it. And I hope that we're able to stay in this competition as long as possible. As I answered moments ago, it's in terms of being more consistent on the pitch, always standing up and being counted to be there with your teams. That's what I've been trying to do on the training ground and what the head coach has asked of me. We've also had an exchange of opinions on my position. I'm willing to play wherever, and the head coach said to me, you can play on the right, and I was very happy to do so.
Yes, please. On the second row. Yes, the gentleman.
Hi, Federico. Now you're up against Spain, a top side. They beat Croatia 3-0 today. But you showed that you are the reigning European champions. What sort of match are you expecting? A great footballing spectacle, a real exhibition? Or will you need the bit between your teeth right up until the final minutes of the game? A great match, a top-class match. Spain showed tonight, and they've shown in the past what a great side they are, but we're no worse than they are. We'll go out there to try and compete for every ball, because whilst we are able to keep possession and dominate proceedings, the head coach also wants tough players that battle in those 50-50s, because ultimately that's what you need at a European Championship. Thank you.
For the rest of the competition. Bye-bye.
Grazie a tutti, buonasera.
Very much, everyone. Have a nice evening.